Greetings. There are a few topics I'd like to discuss with you today that are of a concern to me and just wanted to share my thoughts. I want to focus on the dismantling of DEI, the Department of Education, and the current toxic work environment for federal workers, particularly Black workers, to leave their positions. Number 47, along with Musk, the Heritage Foundation, Bannon, Miller, and supported by the New Apostolic Reformation organization, which is a Christian organization, and other white supremacists, as well as Christian nationalists who are of a white supremacist ilk. They are purposely rolling back and gutting all traces of the Black middle class. Here's why I say that. Well, when we look at the federal workers, according to Pew Research, Black workers account for 18.6% of the federal workers. And we know that the hiring of Black workers in the federal government is what helped to establish the Black middle class. So the signal, the message that this administration is sending is that it is no longer going to be feasible or relevant to have Black workers or to continue to want to help in the equitable distribution of the economic system. And the other part that backs that up is that they're intent on destroying all the protections and opportunities for attempting to make things a level playing field by doing away with DEI. So again, the message is gut the Black middle class workers by targeting them for layoffs or firing, which cause work environment to be toxic, as well as doing away with those initiatives, the DEIA initiatives. Now, according to Slate magazine, the new DOJ head, Pam Bondi, has said that she will target private sector companies if they are implementing DEIA initiatives. She will target them by starting to conduct criminal investigations. These are private sector companies. So that gives you an indication of how intent they are to gut any of these initiatives and to stop any type of momentum that has been achieved by the Black middle class and working class people who aspire to go into the middle class, if you will. But one of the most diabolical things that I think this administration is doing is the dismantling of the Department of Education. Now, this is going to hurt on so many levels, but particularly low-income children who are in rural and urban communities. Special education needs money's gone. It's unconscionable. The end goal is to have the states implement the private voucher systems. Now, these systems, we already know the private voucher systems favor segregated private academies. And these private academies can pick and choose the students they want. And we already have seen in the states that have really gone to implement these in a very aggressive way, state of North Carolina being one of them, we already know that they are predominantly white. And we already know that these private academies use taxpayer money, Black and white, particularly poor Black and white, monies to help fund these voucher systems. So what should our response be? Since the election, let me say this first. Since the election, many people have said, oh, I could manage through this administration, this chaos. I can manage through the dismantling of these departments. And that may be true. You can manage financially through this chaos and crises that is happening before our eyes if you are in the middle class and above. You can also manage if you're a Christian and you know that God is in control and that you have the victory no matter what. But what do you do to help those who cannot weather the storm? This leads me to my last point. We need to organize, organize, organize. We will have to start thinking out of the box to find solutions to help those who suddenly find themselves left out in the cold. There are going to be people who suddenly lose their jobs and not have a safety net. Schools will be closing or running out of money, or both. Free lunch programs will be stopped. We cannot wait to see what the judicial system is going to do or if it can stop this administration, because this administration doesn't care about the judicial system. It is intent on steamrolling the judicial system. And so we cannot wait to see what will happen because the damage is being done before our very eyes. My last point is this, and this is a special shout out to Black women. I'm calling you out of retirement. Our communities need our energy. Our communities need our organizing skills. They need our strength to defy the odds. Our communities need our love for our people. And most of all, our communities need us to take back with our prayers and our no-nonsense attitude to get our brothers and sisters on board and everyone working together. We're all we've got. So let's get to it. This is just a few notes from Coach Robinson. As D.L. Hughley would say, I'm interested in your thoughts.